Hello students, welcome back to computer science class. So last time I left you with a challenge in which I had told you all to do the reverse pyramid of what I had taught you all. So today I'm going to elaborate, and it's just going to be one class today, but this class is very important. It requires amples and amples and amples and amples of practice. I'm going to link another website in the description box. I will even show it to you all on screen right now. And this website has lots of patterns, okay? And this will be one of the examinations in the midterms. When we do the midterm examinations and you all will have practical exams, this is one thing I will expect out of you all. So please learn it well, understand it well, more than learning it, understand the concept of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I taught you all the pyramids. I had taught you all this particular pyramid and I asked you all to do this one. So I'm going to do this pyramid for you all and show it to you all here, how we go about it. Okay, and what changes are you supposed to make to get that pyramid. All right. Okay, so the changes I have done is I have changed the range of I from 0 to 4. And in the J, I have said I plus 1 because depending on the I loop, I wanted to start like that. So I plus 1 to 4 and it goes. And when I run this loop, I get a reverse pyramid. I get 1, 2, 3, then I get 2, 3, and then I get 3. This is because I am printing J. Suppose if I'm printing I think it should change. Then I get 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so I can have J. Okay, and so I have 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. I'm not getting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 because that means I will have to go this in the reverse order and do a -1. Then the value of J will change every time. But this is sufficient. If you are able to get this, it's fine. That means you understood the concept of how to interchange these values. Okay, if there is any other way you have been able to do it, please let me know. Okay, so this was the one that we had. This was the one that we were doing. That was 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And I wanted the exact opposite. I wanted 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. So what I can do is I can run this from 1 to 4. And this can run from 0 to 4. And let's see how this works. I don't think it will work. I'm getting 1, 2, 3 all the same time because this is not connected to this. So I can do this as I plus 1. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is what I had got. And over here to make it reverse, I can say I plus 1 to 0 and go -1. And let's see this. Does this work? 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is how you have to keep playing around and understand how the pyramids are formed. I wanted this one, and for this we have to change this. Okay, we have to change this 0 to 4, and in this we need to change this starting from. We need to start from I plus 1 and go down to 0, go down to -1. 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, same thing. Blank. Because the value did not come only in J. One, 2, and 2. So this has to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so for this, I'm going to show you all how, which site I would recommend. And from there, I want you all to practice all of them and learn all of them and get back to me with the one that troubles you the most. So we can skip it, of course, after explaining it to you. Okay, so this is the one that I recommend, which is Pi Nations, Pi Native. Okay, you can just search for pinative.com and print pattern Python examples. It has all sorts of patterns in them. Okay, you can make out of asterisks and you can make out of alphabets and numbers. Okay, so this is a number pattern. Suppose I tell you all to make this number pattern. So how do we make this number pattern? Let's try this number pattern now. So in that number pattern, we have 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. That means we are actually printing only the first loop. That means if I have my first loop over here, I, and let it go to 6, okay, and let's start from 1. Okay, so the value of I want to print. So over here, I'm just going to print the value of I. And let this be starting from 0 to I is fine. So let's run this and work and see 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. Now, how did I get this? Let's understand what was my thinking and how did I settle on this code. Okay. So here is the code we had. So first and foremost, what did I want? I wanted 1, then I wanted 2, 2, which I think is the easiest one out of all. Okay. Then 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, and then 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. So what did I want? Is first and foremost, I want to start with 1. So I need to make sure that this is 1 and it is not 0. I am stopping at 5. That means this cannot be 5. It has to be 6. So the first range is decided. Another thing, what I'm printing. When I'm printing, if I look at my outer loop, that is my loop control variable over here, the value of I is changing. It's becoming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I am printing this only. I'm printing the value of I if you look properly. That's why I made sure that when I was printing it, I'm printing the value of I over here. Now, what does my second loop do? In my second loop, I am making my range as 0 to I. That means the first time it runs, it will be 0 to 1. It will run 1 time. Second time, my I becomes 2. So I'm going to run it from 0 to 2. So it will run 0 time, 1 time, 2 time. It will not run. It will run 2 time in all. Okay, like that. In the third loop, third time it runs, it will become 0 to 3. And I'm all doing this with the variables I and J, right? And both of these are my loop control variable. Okay. Have you understood how I came to this code? Now let's look at the code that they have it in this way. They use the word rows, and this is the number that we want to print. They said rows equals to 6 and range in rows. You can do this, or if you have understood the one that I taught you, you can do that. The second one is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is what we have already done yesterday, so we are not going to do this. Now, if you look at the reverse, okay, over here is the reverse. So in this, what happens is, how do we change this into reverse? So over here, number one, how will I change this into reverse is I'm going to This is how am I going to make this reverse? Number one, my first loop, the outer loop will not change because I want the value of I to be from 1 to 6. The only difference is I want the value I, that is number one, that is the first one that we use. I want the number one to be printed 5 times or 6 times. Then I want number two to be printed 5 times, right? Then number three has to be printed 4 times, correct? Then four, 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 then five, five, and then 6, correct? This is what I want. So for this number one, I should have it till 7, correct? So this should be 7 if I want this, but let's just say all of this is one less. So automatically it will come to 5. Okay. So what I will do is I will change this loop, okay? And what will I change it to? Number one, it will start from 6. It will go till I, whatever is the I at that time, and it has to be going backwards, so -1. Now let's try it and check it. Like you, even I'm giving it a try. So let's start from 6, go down to I, whatever is the row value at that point, and go down in the decremented order, save it and run it. And I got it. Yes. So if I change this to 7, and I change this to 7 over here, I should get up to 6. Yes? Does this sound easy now to you all? Are you all able to understand the concept? Let's look at another one. We were able to get this. Only one number continuously. This is very easy. Can you tell me how we do this? The same number has to be printed. So let's say I have number equals to 5. And over here, I'm just going to print the number, whichever number we want. There it is. Okay. So what I want you all to do for today's video is you all are going to go to this particular page and you all are going to try all these videos out. Some of them you may not understand, like these. You will not understand this. So you're going to really sit with your mind and understand it. Of course, we are not going to do all these are not going to come, but the more you understand it, the more your concept gets clear. I have taught you all the format function also. Okay, so give yourself a challenge. Try and do most of it. Okay, most of it like these 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I had anyways shown you all this one. This is a little difficult to no need to go there. This is odd and even. This is easy again. So give it a try. Let me know which ones you find difficult, which ones you're finding easy. Okay. So with this, I'm going to end today's class. I know it's a little shorter class than all, but I've given you a lot of practice. I'm going to put this website in the description box. Go down to the description box, go to this website, and on this page, try most of the designs available. You will get the simplest ones, of course. You're only going to get pyramids, but if you all can learn more, it's good for you. All right. With this, I end today's class. Stay home, stay safe, take care, and keep learning. Thank you.